on a different planet.
Feelings, very mixed. Definitely it was a shock. Living in that kind of culture for the first time.
The first selfish feeling was feeling helpless because I couldn't do a lot. I felt like I was being helped more than I was helping, whether it was with my Spanish or just learning about people.
So for me, it was a lot of frustration and anger. I think that was mostly kind of the shock I experienced. You know, I spent a lot of times, after the day, kind of going over events that had happened and people that frustrated me.
It was more of just the entire experience of the little things, of navigating the streets, of going from not having Chinese food for every 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, to having Chinese food constantly, and always having to. I think I was always dealing with sort of the language barriers. Whenever we went to restaurants, whenever I was talking with my host parents, I was always confronted with sort of the language barriers of knowing I am at a very elementary level of communication.
It was somewhat challenging, and of course they had customs for dinner, and it wasn't easy to figure out exactly what I was expected to do or say, and yeah.
Like, I can remember, just the politeness and the hospitality of Arab people is just astounding. They don't know who you are, where you're from. I mean, they know you're a foreigner, obviously, but they're willing to let you into their home, to eat meals with them, to live under their roof, and they almost treat you like family. And so that's just like, for me, that there's the total awesome side of Arab culture.
Because my family was so nice. They're the ones welcoming me. They're the ones showing hospitality. So if I'm saying, oh, I need to show the love of Christ to them, in a way, they were already showing this love to me. It wasn't from Christ, but it was so hard for me to be like, I'm a Christian, how do I show that? Because they're already so kind to me and welcoming to me.
As I went on, I started to see more and more, or feel more and more inspiration for watching these Spaniards interact with their own culture and people. The people, they call them gente de la calle, like people of the street. So these were Spaniards who had felt extremely convicted to do something about it, which I couldn't even say for myself in my own culture here in the States. So it was inspiring, to be honest, and convicting that I wasn't even doing what they were willing to do. I wasn't even doing that back home. So I learned so much from them, seeing the way that they cared, not in a position of superiority, but they just went and chilled with people. And it was so cool to see.